Hi, welcome to Moose Jaw this week. I'm your host, Lyle Johnson, and today we're going to have memories for me, memories hopefully for some of you, and a little bit of knowledge about things that are happening in our community. And so I'd like to welcome Bob Berglind and his wife Monica, who are with us there on a mission from the Church of Latter-day Saints, which is we know it today as the Mormons, and they are out in their community, and they've actually been sent back to Moose Jaw to do some work here. And so we're excited to have Bob back in town because Bob and I were high school classmates back in the day, and Monica just came into the thing somewhere along the way. I'm not sure the story there. Maybe we'll hear it today. But Bob and Monica, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, and so Bob, we'll do about a minute or so of our own history. You and I graduated from Riverview Collegiate in 1966, and I went on to become a teacher. And you followed your sporting skills and of curling and baseball, and took yourself to Alberta to get an education. Carry on.
Okay, yeah, I graduated from the University of Saskatchewan Regina campus, but I finished it off in Calgary in 1970. And then, like you, Lyle, I was a teacher. I taught for 40 years in Calgary, um, and it's been a wonderful journey. And this exciting young lady entered my life about 43 years ago. And
Really? Yeah,
yeah,
Monica, tell me the story. How did this happen? Because are you a baseball fan? Are you a curler? I don't know.
we, we taught at the same school, and so that's how we met. And then things went from there.
Yeah, yeah. And so, it's nice that you can find a life mate like that, and such a good one. But Monica has lives in Calgary. Are you from Alberta originally, Monica?
I am. I grew up in southern Alberta in Raymond, a little town just south of
Yeah,
Lethbridge, and then moved to Calgary to start my career.
yeah. Well, good for you. So you became a teacher. You taught. You became an administrator, Bob. You were um, like not out of the classroom. You were into a level above that, I guess we would say.
yeah, my career led me to um, helping teachers teach. So I shepherded the math teaching within the schools in Calgary. And if anybody contacted the Calgary Board of Education, said the word mathematics, it came to my desk. And so I did workshops and so forth for teachers all the way from kindergarten to grade 12. Did some work with the trades, did some work with the universities in terms of how they worked with high school graduates and whatnot. So it was an exciting career.
Yeah, and you're curling, and you're a pretty good baseball pitcher when you were here. I know you won't say that. I will. And also, you had some pretty good competitive level of curling.
Yeah, we
Uh,
did. We won the Regina City Championship a couple of times back in the late '60s, early '70s, and then as the teaching career got going and the body was wearing out a little bit, curling kind of went by the by. But I'm back into it now in the senior element of curling and whatnot. So yeah, it's been
yeah.
a lot of fun.
And Monica, have you managed to avoid the curling ice?
Oh, you bet. I don't want to
Yeah,
fall down. So, and
yeah,
that would be what I would do. So, yes,
yeah,
I don't do curling at all.
yeah. Now, again, along the way, when you left here, you weren't very much involved with the church. In fact, I think you were another denomination when you were living in Moose Jaw, but you found a source that you wanted to follow.
Yep.
And how did that evolve and to get you to Moose Jaw now?
Well, I joined the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, formerly, called the Mormons, in 1979, and it is a beautiful fit for me. And then one of the things that are there as an option is that we can volunteer to assist others, and that's what, of course, Christ did, was all about teaching and helping others. And so we are what are referred to as a senior couple, senior missionaries. And so we say to our church leaders, we're willing to go and serve. And they, we fill out an application. They take a look at the needs throughout the world, because we can go anywhere in the world, and they make a decision as to where your skills and so forth would work best. And here we are.
Because you were in Saskatchewan earlier, though. Previous couple of years, you had another posting before you came here.
We were originally assigned to a First Nations reserve called Carry the Kettle, CTK is what we call it, and that's east of Regina, about an hour east of Regina. And generally, you're there for the whole length of time. But there were some circumstances that happened, and we had the opportunity to go elsewhere. And again, that's up to our church leaders. And they said, we think that you can serve in Moose Jaw and you can help that community.
Yeah.
So August of last year, we moved here, and we're going to be here until the end of October.
Yeah, and that's wonderful for us to have you back here. You run into a few of your old friends.
Yeah.
Which is kind of neat. But you've been doing some very positive things, and one, of course, we talked about on the show was the Christmas thing. Monica, you had a big part of that, bigger than you let me believe. When I showed up to see what was happening, they did a collection of what's the word I'm looking for? But of the nativity scenes. And you have quite a few nativity scenes in your collection of things in your life, and you collected from all the other people in your community, and put on a display up at the church on North Hill, and they were just amazing things. Like there was crystal ones, there was ones made of knitting, and just a unique collection. And you've continued that, and now you're on to some new things that are happening in our community very soon. That you're trying to do to connect people in the community with each other, and also make this place a better place to be. So, Monica, tell me about the thing that's coming up. First thing in a weekend, I think.
Well, to our community, our particular community, we're always really concerned about being prepared in all aspects of our lives, whether it's financially, emotionally, prepared for disasters, and so forth. So we have a couple of ladies that are experts at this, and they are really passionate about showing preparedness. So they're going to share with us how to be prepared, what questions we should be asking ourselves. Do we know how to use what we have? Are we prepared for emergencies? And we're hoping that that will build into even a series of opportunities for people to learn how to be prepared in the future.
Yeah, and preparedness is very important, as you touched on, because you're not talking about just being prepared for a flood. You're talking about preparing for someone, a loved one passing away, or yourself passing away, and helping to say, these are questions that you have to deal with so that you can be prepared for those eventualities.
Exactly. Because every aspect of our lives, we need to be thinking ahead. And so this particular evening, we'll talk about 72-hour kits and for emergencies, but we'll also talk about other things, financial planning, and this will be more of an overview of everything, and then we can look at specifics down the road that will offer those classes to members of the community.
Yeah. When and where?
It's at our church, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Which is, we think the address is 15 West Park Boulevard.
Right.
Just off of 9th Avenue Northwest.
It's this Saturday at 3 to 5 p.m.
Yeah, and that may evolve into something longer, more things. But you have other projects that you've going on too, Bob. So you were telling me about them when we
Yeah,
talked earlier in the week.
we
So
we work. There's some young. We call them elders. They're young missionaries, and they are offering ESL classes, free ESL classes, Tuesday nights at 7. And so that's something that's going on. For anybody in the community that's interested, but primarily we started with our congregation. We have a games night, which is the first Thursday of the month. The elders are looking at starting up a sporting activity thing, come and play basketball, whatever. We volunteered at the food bank. We've worked with the food bank during the Halloween food drive. So there's a variety of things that we're looking at, and we're looking for more opportunities to serve in the community and to be part of the community.
yeah, well, it's nice to have you back doing that. Sure. Um, yeah, I thought if people don't know are available to them, and by hopefully having you on the show here, that people can say we want to access that. So do you have some contact information about where they can where they can call or where they can drop by or whatever?
The best, we have an ad or a posting or whatever it's called in Moose Jaw Today, and that has a lot of the details around time and place and some contact information. If you want, I can give you a phone number or whatnot.
Yep, that would be good.
Whatever
Yep.
you would like to kind of post up. People are
Yep.
happy to call me.
And
You know, my phone number is 403-807-8073.
And we can connect them to whatever activity they are interested in.
Yep.
yeah, well, you guys, you know what? We've already done our time.
Amazing how time
That's
flies when
crazy.
you're having a good time.
You have so many. Thanks for sure. Well, Bob and Monica, thank you for taking time to join us today and to talk about things that are available that you are making people aware of in our community. Is there anything else? I'll give you like a little time to wrap up here, Bob and Monica. If you'd like to say anything in the last minute or so, go ahead.
Well, we just really have enjoyed our time in this community and building and learning about other faiths and learning to work with them and to help build the community. And so we're grateful for this opportunity to share what we've been doing and hope that others will share with us and we can build a stronger Moose Jaw.
For sure. Thank you guys for being here today. And thanks to my guests for watching. And we'll see you again soon on Moose Jaw this week.